Debbie and Pino Griffer trusted a tiler to replace their roof. But after the tiles were removed, there was a storm, the tarps failed, and the entire house was destroyed. That was back in January. Today, the Griffers' home still looks like a tornado hit it.
Their shower is now in the bedroom. Their ceilings are about to give way. Outside, it's getting worse. And then all hell breaks loose.
Brand new furniture, $4,500.
This is just an absolute disaster. Look at the rain coming in.
It's still leaking.
And it didn't end there. All of this is apparently...
Accident is accident. Okay, it can happen.
Let's hope it doesn't happen to you, or the insurance nightmare we'll tell you about shortly.
Okay, Brady, welcome to our home, or what's left of it.
Oh dear.
So this room was our living room.
Every room of the Griffer family home has been destroyed.
And this is the ground floor level.
Upstairs, where it all started, is worse, if that's at all possible.
It was like a river. Our carpets were absolutely saturated.
And the water kept coming.
Ducting, through the fans, through the light fittings, through the windows.
It was coming through the power point in here. Really, really scary. We were frantic.
Debbie and husband Pino were replacing their tiled roof with a colour-bond one. No sooner had Aman Singh and his team from Sydney Roofing and Construction removed the tiles when a storm approached. Seems no one in the company knew how to tie a knot. Because as the dark clouds approached and the winds picked up, those flimsy tarps were flapping in the breeze.
If it wasn't tied down properly.
Yeah, no, it was tied down, but
Well,
they
it
got...
wasn't really, because they blew off.
No roof, no tarps.
Where's the bucket?
Just grab that bucket.
Debbie and Pino had no idea the plasterboard ceilings were holding back a dam. Soon they realised their futile efforts were in vain.
These ceilings are going to collapse.
The SES wouldn't come because it was deemed to be a building site. By the way, there's no asbestos in here and the power is off. But at the time...
It was absolutely frightening. We panicked, and as the ceiling started to fall, that's when we noticed that the tarps on our roof had holes in it.
Aman had used plastic mesh sheeting, not proper canvas tarps, and plastic sheeting with holes isn't much chop. When the storm passed, worse was to come outside when they saw their brickwork was littered with cracks from the flood trapped in the walls.
All the water's gone in between the eaves.
Yes.
There was no gutters at the time.
The pressure, they say, just split bricks in two.
Pouring out from those holes.
But Aman and his insurance came to the rescue.
We were basically just told that, don't worry, the insurance company will fix everything.
That was 8 months ago.
It's, sorry.
No, you're right, darling. It's completely understandable. Just terrible.
It's been really stressful.
Since January, Debbie and Pino have had to continue paying their mortgage here, rent for somewhere else to live, and put on a new roof.
Just a nightmare.
Not done by Aman, to protect what is left of their home. They're 40 grand out of pocket and don't have a house. And remember, all they were doing was replacing their roof.
We've been really honest with everybody, as you can see. We didn't do this. We didn't ask for it.
Aman didn't have some fly-by-night insurance company. No, he had the top-tier, reputable GIO.
And it's up there on the brickwork, as you can see just below the window there.
GIO sent out their engineer, who argued the brickwork cracks were already there, present for some time, and predated the event. But the family video just before the storm hit shows a very different picture. Look, here's Pino's video just before the storm on the window spot. No crack. Here it is today. Cracked. Again, Before the storm, not cracked. Same spot today, cracked. And the family has plenty more evidence just like that. So with the outside broken, the inside gone, the floorboards warped, the timber structure covered in black mould, there's not much to salvage, say the family.
Well, the insurance company aren't going to fix everything. We didn't ask for this.
We just asked for a new roof.
Yeah.
And we got this.
And we got this.
In the end, the GIO offered $117,100.50 to repair everything. How on earth they got the damage down to the last 50 cents is anyone's guess.
We feel that it's going to cost a lot more money, and if we sign off on their final offer, then we're going to be out of pocket.
The Griffiths say they can't rebuild a house for $117,000. Oh, and the 50 cents. So they got their own independent engineer who said, "We do highly recommend for the dwelling to be demolished."
We don't want any more or any less than what we're
Entitled to.
what we're entitled to,
Absolutely.
Brady. Yeah.
Throughout all this, has there been much of a sympathetic ear from the roofing company?
Not at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
They are responsible for that.
To his credit, Aman fronted up for an interview, but to my astonishment, he claimed the damage was Debbie and Pino's fault.
After that, this whole is their fault.
How can this be their fault? I don't understand that. I
Okay.
mean, at the end of the... there's more chance of me believing that you've been abducted by aliens and you've been prodded than me believing that it's their fault. I mean, how can this be their fault?
And we went there and the house was fine. There was not that much damage, only there was damage was in the garage.
Funny, because here's Aman in the main bedroom that night, and he's looking at that terrible damage. It doesn't look fine, and Pino gave him a dressing down.
Mate, your workers, I don't know what's wrong with your workers, mate. They were here the other day for 4 hours, sitting in the car. They could have fixed this.
Do you feel sorry for him?
Of course, we feel. That's why we are going back and keep on calling him, and we keep telling him we come and fix it. But he don't want to do any.
Well, I can't sort
He
of
had
blame him.
intention. Okay, yes.
Does he
had
want you
intention.
back there?
We just want common sense to prevail. We want our home fixed. We want it fixed properly. And we just want to, enjoy our life here in our home.
It's not much to ask, is it?
It's not much to ask.
No.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
Well, since we got involved, GIO has arranged a qualified independent mediator to review both engineering reports and make a judgment. In the meantime, it's offered to pay for alternative accommodation for the family. We'll let you know the outcome. GIO's full statement is on our homepage.